What? 1 second. So sorry. Where I'm going to assume that now we can, if you can hear me on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Great. Running that back a bit, the amazing Nikki Johnson, who is an entrepreneur and program strategist. Nikki is committed to breaking down barriers to education, career opportunities, and entrepreneurship. She has a deep focus in data. I love me some data, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And she supports early stage founders and emerging talent in navigating the startup landscape through her experience and the program development and cross-sector collaboration. She is cultivating the next generation of change makers. Well, Nikki, you are about to meet some tonight. All right, let me check and make sure that Robert Dunlap is in the building, because I want to turn it over to him before we move any further. He serves as the director of Texas. He serves as the director of the Southwest region of the National Entrepreneurship Program, and we would love to just hear some words from him.
Well, thank you, Brianna, for all the work that you did and have done, and wanted to say thank you to all the participants who have come this far. You applied, you have shined, and now that we're going to hear the fruits of your labor. So please have some fun, and just know that everything that you've done, there's a reason. Thank you, judges, for your participation. And on behalf of the National Center of the Howard University PNC National Center for Entrepreneurship, we're truly grateful for your participation and look forward to having you do great things. And Brianna, I'm going to turn it back over to you so you all can get started with the fun.
Thank you so much, Robert, and thank you for inviting me and trusting me with this program. All right, now it's time for the fun to begin, okay? I'm going to just give everybody just some rules of engagement of how things will be run tonight. We will hear from 7 of our founders, okay? Each participant, they've been working hard on bringing that script down, getting it together. So they have 3 minutes to pitch their business to our amazing judges. And the judges get an opportunity to actually ask some follow-up questions. So they each get an opportunity to ask 1 follow-up question while we wait for our next founder to get ready to take on the stage. While the judges are actually scoring live, we'll prepare for that next founder to come up. Now they are competing for a $10,000 cash prize that will be split across 3 places. The also other unique thing about this particular program is everyone who participates gets some infusion of capital as long as they were able to meet 80% of the requirements of our program. So for those who are listening in the crowd and across our virtual landscapes, if you have a small business idea and you're looking to grow it, we are here to support you. You are eligible for stipends throughout this program and get a chance to pitch for some larger infusion of cash. All right. So each founder, like I said, they've been working their backsides off these past 9 weeks. I've been on top of them to refine their businesses, test their ideas, actually go out there and talk to customers and prepare for this moment. Okay. So I want everyone to give them their full support as they pitch their ideas. And the first company up is Miss Erin with HBCU Boots.
Thanks, Brianna. Can I just check you guys can hear me okay? Perfect. Okay. Let me get my screen together. Okay, I'm going to lose you guys, so hopefully you guys can see my screen okay? And I'll go ahead and get started. So imagine walking to your campus bookstore, excited to rep your school in a unique way. You sift through some apparel and then come across the footwear section, but it's empty. Or it only has a pair of socks. And so you begin searching online for something exclusive to wear to homecoming this year, but all you see is footwear from major institutions, and there's nothing that really stands out or celebrates the rich history and culture of HBCUs. Well, that's the reality, right, of millions of HBCU students, alumni, and supporters. Sorry, I think there's something having technical difficulties. Apologies. And despite the deep legacy and influence of HBCUs, there's a significant lack of collegiate footwear representing these institutions. And while large universities have extensive licensing deals with major shoe brands, HBCUs are often left out of these opportunities, leaving their communities with limited ways to showcase their pride beyond basic apparel. I'm Erin Archie, founder of the HBCU Boot Company and proud alumni from Prairie View A&M University. My journey, rooted in a passion for both fashion and cultural representation, has equipped me to be the face of this movement, and I have committed myself to ensure that our legacy is not just remembered, but boldly showcased. Our vision is to be the leading brand for HBCU footwear, one that not only celebrates, but elevates the culture, pride, and legacy of HBCUs through high-quality, stylish, and officially licensed footwear. We design and produce premium, handcrafted collegiate footwear that authentically represents the spirit of HBCUs by incorporating school colors, logos, and cultural elements that are fashion-forward, high quality, and tailored specifically for the HBCU community. The collegiate merchandise industry is valued at over $4.6 billion, and to fill this gap, we are looking to serve HBCU students and alumni at a $1.5 billion value, with a focus on a $2 million market share for the largest HBCUs here in Texas. Unlike mass market brands that treat HBCU merchandise as an afterthought, we are dedicated exclusively to this market, ensuring that we have exclusive focus in licensing with HBCUs, superior quality and craftsmanship so that we stand out from the crowd and our competitors, and authenticity and cultural relevance, which makes us the go-to brand for those who want to wear their HBCU pride with style. We generate revenue primarily through our website and social media platforms with direct-to-consumer sales. We also look to partner with universities to offer exclusive custom designs, as well as we look to host retail and HBCU pop-up events to create more buzz and demand through our exclusive drops. To date, we are actively applying for licensing agreements with both PV and TSU. We are also working to develop a loyal community base by launching a pre-sale marketing campaign that also looks to partner with influencers to help grow our awareness for our brand. And we have just also confirmed that our first batch of limited release footwear is currently in production. HBCU Boots isn't just about shoes, it's about representation, culture, and legacy. We are building the first and only HBCU-focused collegiate footwear brand that speaks directly to a passionate audience that's been overlooked for too long. When you partner with us, you are helping bring this vision to life. And so with that, we invite you to join us in making history one step at a time.
All right, awesome. We'll turn it over to the judges if they have a question.
Well, I'll start. This was great. I promise not to be biased, being that you are UA and so, but I did see that my question will be is, I did see that you're just primarily working with TSU in Prairie View, but Texas has a lot of HBCUs. Is your goal to essentially work towards those and then branch out?
For sure. Yes, that's exactly my goal. I just wanted to start with these two schools as my primary markets to start. And then, of course, branch out to as many HBCUs as possible. But I definitely want the representation everywhere.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You did a wonderful job. Now I'll toss it over.
Yes. Aaron, thank you for the presentation. My question is really around the competitive landscape and risk mitigation. So specifically, if you think about like Nike is being very aggressive with partnering with HBCUs and other schools and licensing agreements. How do you sort of future-proof yourself against those players with a lot of deep pockets who have licensing agreements and they're bigger than you and all that? Can speak to that?
Yeah, I would say for the most part, I think my focus is going to be on that emotional connection. Like I said in my pitch, I am completely dedicated to what I'm doing, and it resonates with me personally because I am an HBCU alumni. And so I want to just be at the forefront of that. I want to build a community around this, and the designs and the brand that I'm building is really exclusive and different from just having sneakers or something, regular that's out there where they're just trying to, meet colorways. We're putting together exclusive designs for all of these institutions.
All right, Nikki, do you have a question? If not,
don't. My first question was already asked, so I'm good to go.
All right. Thank you so much, Erin. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
We'll give the judges a little bit of an opportunity to go through the score sheet. And while they're doing that, we'll have our next contestant queue up. And the next person is, let me remember my list. I didn't say them, and I forgot. So our next person in line should be Miss Simone Steele with Simply Shady. All right, I think we're ready to go. Simone, we can't hear or see you, so if you're talking.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see my screen?
We can see your screen.
Perfection. Thank you very much. Let me know when you're ready.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, solid. Okay. Are you struggling to find a skin solution that fits your skin tone? You are not alone. I'm reminded of a beautiful Black woman and mother of 6 who happens to be my mother and a marathon runner who suffered a 3rd-degree sunburn all because she couldn't find a sunscreen that fit her, that wasn't chalky, white, or gray, forcing her to choose between appearance or protection. And her pain became my purpose for a solution.
Sorry, Simone. Your slides aren't transitioning.
Oh no, that's not good. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, let me try this one more time.
Go to present.
Go to present.
Okay, we should be good now.
Okay, can we start over?
Sure.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Are you struggling to find a skin solution that fits your skin tone? You are not alone. I'm reminded of a beautiful Black woman and a mother of 6 who happens to be my mother and a marathon runner. She suffered a 3rd-degree sunburn and dark spots simply because she couldn't find a sunscreen that worked for her skin without chalkiness. It forced her to choose between appearance or protection, and her pain became my purpose for a solution. Hi, I'm Simone Steele, a dermatology physician assistant and biochemist with a proven track record of helping thousands with melanin-rich skin, and I've uncovered a major gap in the market.
Okay, let's pause. I'm sorry. Just press the exit for audience view. Then we're good. And pick up from here. Oh no.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry. Go to
Oh,
present.
exit.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay, and then press the X where it says audience view, just because it's blocking your slides.
Oh, disrespect.
Boom. Got you.
Okay, sorry guys. Technical difficulties, but I'm back. Okay, you ready? The problem is that skin cancer is preventable. It's preventable. Yet 5 million are diagnosed yearly. Black skin makes up only 1/3 of the US population, but has the highest death rate from skin cancer at 69%. That's because only 15% of Black Americans use sun care, and that's due to a lack of education and suitable products. My solution will not only cater to that 1/3, but millions around the world. Introducing Simply Shady. It's the first tinted mineral SPF that's protective and corrective. It's designed for Black women, but it's seamless for all, and it shields against sun damage while evening skin tone with powerhouse ingredients. It's all without the dreaded white cast that our competitors leave behind. With 4 blendable shades and a great price point, we blow our competition out of the water because we merge skincare and SPF in one effortless step. And there's a huge market for this. The sunscreen market is a $16 billion industry that continues to neglect the needs of 1/3 of the population. That's 100 million people, Black people, searching for products that actually work for their skin. If I can capture just 0.1% of this market, we're looking at 100,000 units sold per month, translating to 4.4 million in monthly revenue. With our cost of under $5 per unit, the profit margins are undeniable. We'll do this on our website, direct to consumer with subscription models for repeat purchases, and of course, business to business for wholesale, derm offices, med spas, and retailers. We hit the ground running. We beta tested 200 women, leading to an amazing formulation, selling 1,000 plus units in just 6 months, generating 40,000 in revenue, and we're expanding our digital reach. With your commitment of $10,000, we'll reach over 2,000 customers, allowing us to double our sales by the end of the year. We'll use the bulk of that money for marketing, utilizing influencer partnerships and education-driven campaigns. Simply Shady isn't just sunscreen, it's a movement. And personally, I've watched too many women struggle to find a product that both protects and corrects, so I created one. Black skin has been ignored for too long, and with daily sunscreen use reducing skin cancer risk by 50%, why should we be left unprotected? This is skincare with a purpose. With your support, we can change the narrative for millions, ensuring every complexion gets the care it deserves. Simply Shady is the solution. Are you ready to be a part of the change? Thank you guys so much.
All right, so good. Thank you, Simone. We'll turn over to our judges.
Hey, Simone. Really great presentation. I do have in recent years, we've seen the emergence of Black Girl Sunscreen. Can you tell us how you differentiate from Black Girl Sunscreen?
I love that. The difference between Black Girl Sunscreen and Simply Shady is that we act as a corrective and protective agent. So Black Girl Sunscreen is not tinted and it's a chemical base. Ours is mineral, so it's better for sensitive skin types as well as skin of color. And we have various shades. So we'll be able to match you to different shades. We have a clear, a light, medium, and a dark brown. And then it's also corrective with that vitamin C in that shade. It helps with dark spots and hyperpigmentation.
Thank you, Simone, for your presentation. My question is around, you have any data around like repeat customers or organic growth with your existing customers? And then the other thing is, I'm supposed to ask one question, but I have that same problem, except I'm not a woman. So there's that. So speak to that as well.
I love it. So question number one, I own a dermatology center in Houston. And so that's how we originally started our testing from our own test subjects who come into our office. And what we noticed is that one, a lot of people come in with hyperpigmentation issues and concerns that they're not finding anything that blends with their skin. And that's how we got our formulation. So that's kind of how we branched into it. And that's how we had a lot of repeat customers, which made us go ahead and get our e-commerce site so we can share that with the world. And then two, we have a clear. The clear sunscreen is for men, women, boys, girls, children, because we want to be inclusive. But we were formulated on the backs of skin of color because those are the people who don't have the solutions as readily available as other ethnicities. But we have a clear. I'll send you one.
Thank you.
And just for me, that was a great presentation.
Thank you.
I love this idea.
Uh-oh. Miss Chandra? Is it going away?
Oh, I
Can
think
anybody else hear her?
yeah, I think she just froze. Hopefully she'll come back to us. But awesome presentation. We'll give the judges a little bit to score you, and then let's get ready for our next presenter, Miss Jayla and Everwell. Thank you. Jayla, are you struggling?
Can you hear me now? I lost you all.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Did you get my question?
No, we didn't get it.
Are you completely cut out?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I apologize about that. Technical difficulties. That's what we're dealing with, but we're going to push through.
Yeah.
No, my question. My question was like, how many people have you tested? I know that you said about 200, but have you been selling it? How long have you been selling this product?
Yes, ma'am. So in the initial phases, when we're coming up with the formulation, we beta tested on 200 women. But in the past 6 months, we've sold 1,000 units. And that is both e-commerce and in our brick and mortar.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
All right, Jayla. We hope you're ready.
Muting and I'm putting my camera on. May you all let me know if you can see my screen and also if you can hear me.
We can see your screen and hear you.
Okay. Have you ever woke up after a night out and asked yourself, how did I get here? Don't be shy, because I've been there too. I remember it like it was yesterday. December 2021, I was out having a ball, and then in a matter of seconds, I was facing a DUI after a near fatal car accident. And I realized there had to be a better way to go out and have a good time. My name is Jada Hawkins, and I'm a certified sobriety coach and founder of Everwell. And we help women upgrade their social life through a functional, non-alcoholic beverage. Research shows over 70% of women want to drink less, but when they go out into the social scene, they're not met with options that reflect that. They see sugary mocktails, overpriced sodas, and even water in a wine glass. It's safe to say that there are limited accessible, affordable, and high-quality options to choose from. So that makes the answer clear. Everwell. Everwell is crafted with functional ingredients and a premium taste. Imagine a refreshing beverage with rose flavor profiles that keeps you level-headed, confident, and clear. We're designed to meet you in the spaces that you already enjoy, so you don't have to compromise on the social experience to have a good time, but we can throw out all of the downsides. Everwell isn't just filling a gap. It's meeting a real demand for women, and the numbers back that up. We're tapping into an $8.3 national billion-dollar market, and we're conservatively entering in at $1.3 million identified as our attainable market here in the early years. And how are we going to get there? Well, community. It's our leading core value, and it's at the forefront of everything we do. On the B2C side, we've already identified traction through our ticketed social events with partners such as the Boot Room and Flight Club, which increases brand loyalty and allows us to increase our sales. On the B2B side, we've already identified revenue share partnerships with restaurants and bars such as Local Foods and Blanco Cantina to ensure recurring orders and visibility. We're confident that this dual revenue stream positions us for long-term sustainability and scalable growth. But you don't have to just take my word for it. After 4 sold-out customer discovery events, we're seeing an overwhelming demand from customers and distributors alike. Their feedback highlights the impact and value that we bring. Our organic growth has more than doubled in the past 6 months, and we identified 6+ points of distribution here in Houston. This shows the market is ready. Our events aren't just social hangouts, they're the foundation of our vision to become the new standard in social drinking. Over the next 6 to 9 months, we're going to focus on developing flavor profiles, and we're going to finalize that through the customer discovery that we have with our social events. This is going to land us to the ability to finalize the formula and packaging by the end of 2026. And I'm glad you asked, because this is where you come in. We're seeking a $10,000 investment to create a self-generating cycle of revenue that is going to be kicked off with marketing. And I'm glad that you're here because your drink shouldn't come with regrets and your investment won't either. Thank you for your time. I'm going to say, if there are any questions, I would gladly welcome them at this time.
All right. Thank you so much. That was really great. I love this idea of having an alternative option to people who look like they're drinking. I know that you did say seeking $10,000 investment. Is it just for marketing, or are there? I know that you have a part, but what would you use the funds for?
Yes, and I'm so glad that you asked that. We're looking to create a self-generating cycle of revenue. The first point of investment is going to be in marketing, and that's going to increase demand. As that increases, we want to have that capital set aside to meet the manufacturing distribution that's going to be required. And we're confident that that's also going to require us to have the capacity to grow our team. So the $10,000 does compensate all of that, as well as a $1,000 reserve for unexpected expenses that may come up along this journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jayla, for your presentation. And my question is along those lines. $10,000 seems like maybe too little. In terms of, we talk about self-generating cycle, you're talking about new product development. You're talking about these discovery events, all of that. So kind of speak to that as well. Are you looking for follow-on investment later, or that just seems like a very low number based upon where you're going?
Yes, and I'm so glad you asked. And 10,000 was identified for this pitch because I was under the assumption that that was the prize amount that was available for this competition. However, after doing further financial performance and such, we've identified that we are going to need a little bit more capital. But for this pitch, we were just seeking to land ourselves in whatever that top prize award was, and we were under the impression it was 10,000.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's see, Nikki. I'm not sure. Did you have a question?
I did. Thanks for asking. I was taking notes. Thank you for mentioning, Jayla. Can you tell us a little bit more about your plans for finalizing the formula for the beverage and who you're working with to get that done?
Yes. Thank you. So going back to this slide here, community is at the heart of what we do. We really are leaning into the fact that we have a community base here in Houston that we're building, and they're telling us what we need, or they're telling us what they need. So we're going off of that, and we've held several customer discovery events. We've sampled different flavor profiles spanning from spicy jalapeno, hibiscus, and such, and we've landed with that rose flavor that I mentioned on the product solution side. And we are working with local manufacturers here in Houston, moving forward through those conversations, identifying what is the minimum or MOQ for those different orders. And we're hoping to put those on the shelves by the 2026 according to this vision plan here that we have. I hope that answers the question.
Ms. Taylor.
All right, thank you so much, Jayla. And I just want to shout out your fan section on on YouTube because it was hot. But thank you for an amazing presentation. And
Yes, thank you guys.
thank
I
you,
appreciate
you.
you all.
And
Love to stay in touch with everyone. So please do.
oh, thank you for putting us on your slide too. And while our judges are finalizing their votes, we will get ready for Miss Amici Smith in the escrow management group.
Figure out how to stop sharing. Sorry.
The one in the middle, it looks like a square with an arrow. Yeah, there you go. And Amici, whenever you're ready, just you can start sharing your screen and come off and turn camera off.
Okay, can you guys see it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Meet John and Lisa Anderson. They've been homeowners for 20 years and are ready to remodel. But like many homeowners, they face three major concerns: finding a trustworthy contractor, staying within budget, avoiding delays, and miscommunication. These common challenges often hold homeowners back from achieving their dream renovation. At escrow, clear communication, transparency, on-time delivery, trust, and reliability. We take the stress out of remodeling so homeowners can focus on enjoying their transformed spaces. My name is Amici Smith Trahan, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Escrow Management Group. Form my home into a warm, welcoming space for my family. As an educator, I spent nearly 20 years helping others learn and grow. And now I use that owners through their renovation journey. 10 years of experience in construction and insurance, complementing my expertise in design and real estate investment. Together, we built a company rooted in trust, quality, and transparency. Because we understand that a home isn't just a structure, it's a place where families thrive. The home remodeling industry is booming, with over $400 billion in annual spending, driven by aging homes and modern trends. Our broad customer base includes homeowners, real estate investors, and even commercial clients, leading to strong referrals and repeat business. Our ideal clients are homeowners aged 40 to 65 who have equity in their homes and are looking for functional upgrades. We work with real estate investors who want to renovate properties to maximize value and rental income. We cater to those looking for quality, efficiency, and a stress-free remodeling experience. We are already proving our model works. We recently completed a full home remodel, a $24K project generating $7K net profit. Currently, we're working on 2-unit apartment renovations, expanding into multifamily properties, and our clients love our work. As Patrick Taylor, one of our satisfied clients, put it, one of the most impressive aspects of working with EMG was their ability to listen and understand my requirements. Their transparent communication and regular updates ensure I was always informed. This level of professionalism and dedication instilled confidence and trust in their work. Our next steps for scaling include expanding partnership with real estate investors for larger projects and growing our contractor network to improve efficiency. We're focused on strategic growth that increases both profitability and client satisfaction. Our pricing is transparent and flexible, tailored to project scope and materials. This ensures homeowners get top quality work while. So why choose us? Remember, we are experienced and trustworthy. There are no
hidden costs, no surprises, just clear, honest communication, and we make remodeling easy and stress-free. We're not just remodeling houses, we're building trust and transforming homes. Thank you. You can follow us on Instagram at escrow management or contact us at escrowmanagementgroup@gmail.com.
All right, thank you so much, Amici. We'll turn over to our judges for some questions.
Thank you, Amici, for the presentation. My question is around sort of the margins. You gave the example of a $7,000 profit, and that's roughly 30% margin on that. Do you see any risks associated with just kind of where we are with everything from tariffs and just the cost of materials and all that sort of impacting those numbers? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, there is a possibility that the cost of materials could increase, which could drive the cost for our clients. But just like I said in the presentation, we want to work with our clients. We do offer where we can do the renovation project in phases. So let's say that maybe it's too expensive for the clients right now, but we can do a portion of that project. And then once, they have that disposable income, that's something that we can revisit. But one of the reason why we wanted to target individuals between the ages of 40 and 65, because oftentimes these clients have disposable income, unlike some of your, younger clients.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll chime in. This was a great presentation. I think this is a great concept. I would say, honestly, it wouldn't necessarily be just specific to the 40 to 60 demographic, because I would look at it and position it as sometimes when you buy a home, it may be less and you may be approved for more, and you may allocate funds on the side to be able to utilize for specific, changes or renovations. So I would say you don't necessarily have to just say, let's hyper focus to this particular demographic. This could be for anybody. I think that anybody who says, even for me, I thought, I might buy an older home and I'm not going to fix it because that's not what I'm here for. Okay. I would position myself with you to say, no matter what, if this is my first home and you know what, I bought it for cheaper and I was approved for more, I'm going to take some of that funds and give it to you. So I wouldn't say even put yourself in that position to just market it to or have this certain demographic. Say, I'm looking to support all owners. That's the only tidbit that I would.
Okay, all right. I appreciate that.
Agreed. Really great presentation. Just food for thought. There is, to Ms. Jacobs' point, there is a loan type that could work around rehab, and it's called a 203K mortgage that those homeowners would be getting. So consider partnering with either the banks or the realtors, and maybe that is another customer base that you could add. And those individuals could be a wide variety of ages. And the cool thing about that is that you work with although you're the construction partner, there are other individuals that you could work with along that process. And it's a very viable option for all budget types, just something to put in your back pocket.
Okay, thank you. And that's with FHA, right? The 203K?
I was literally looking at this for myself, and it falls under the guise of FHA. There are some parameters that you have to get additional approvals on, and that's definitely with the inspections and things of that sort.
Okay, all right. Thank you, all.
All right, thank you so much, Amici. Awesome presentation, and we will get ready for our next contestant while our judges finalize their votes. And next up is Mr. Robert Wilson, as well as his co-founder, Troy Blaylock, who will be presenting Park and Pen.
What's up? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir. And And before I'll tell you when to get started, let me let our judges get all their votes in, and then you can get it together.
Gotcha. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to make sure it was up. Troy, do you mind doing a test as well for your voice?
Check.
Good to go.
All right, cool.
All right. I'm going to give them a couple more seconds. They have a couple more votes that are coming in.
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know when you need us to get started.
Will do. All right. I think we're ready to go.
Hello, my name is Robert Wilson, CEO of Parking Pen.
And my name is Troy Blaylock, COO of Parking Pen, and we make parking simple for schools.
College should be about unforgettable experiences, career fairs, and football games. And for me, it was.
Robert,
But
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Your slides aren't transitioning.
Oh, no, it's okay. I haven't transitioned
Oh,
yet.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It's all good.
You start out so good. I done messed up the momentum. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's rewind it back. All right, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my name is Robert Wilson, CEO of Parking Pen.
My name is Troy Blaylock, COO of Parking Pen, and we make parking simple for schools.
College should be about unforgettable experiences, career fairs, and football games. And for me, it was. But you know the number one thing still in my time? Parking. I'd stay up all night studying for the test, only to be late for the test. I'd circle a lot for 20 minutes just trying to make it to class. And y'all wouldn't believe how many tickets I received out of sheer desperation. And that's the moment that I realized parking wasn't just difficult, it was costing me opportunities. And I wasn't alone. Americans waste $73 billion a year just looking for parking. That's $210 out of your pockets. And it's not just drivers. Administrators are struggling to keep up with the parking demand. Finding parking should not feel like winning the lottery, y'all.
That's exactly why we created Parking Pen. With our patent pending algorithm, we're able to provide a real-time bird's-eye view of parking spots, ensuring a smoother and faster parking experience. Notifications. We steer drivers away from accidents, construction, and congestion with live updates and turn-by-turn navigation, saving you both time and money. Meanwhile, administrators will get access to an administrator dashboard to reduce violations, optimize their lot usage, and improve their forecasting. We save administrators money in the long run, don't involve any maintenance, and easily integrate with parking structures and surface lots, all while providing a rich data stream. And the best part, our fast approach to implementation, we're able to get customers set up in days, not months. Our subscription model starts at $60K per year for universities, covering up to 8,000 commuters, all without the need for costly hardware.
And with 15,700 entities at $60,000 per year, we're tackling a $2.1 billion market. Our focus, HBCUs, unlocking $1.8 million in revenue over the next 3 years before expanding it to municipalities, stadiums, and airports. Our team has 10 years of expertise. As a traffic engineer, I blend traffic operations in order to make parking safer, smarter, and faster. We've already secured $40,000 in grant prizes with mentorship from Pharrell Williams' team, patent pending thanks to Microsoft, partnerships with UNC and A&T, and you can check us out on the App Store. So here's how you can help us. Become a product tester for Parking Pen. Connect us with universities, urban planners, and municipalities. We're also fundraising, and with this grant, we'll use this for product development, running beta tests, and close on our contract impacting 5,000 drivers. The start and end of your journey begins with parking. Your time is valuable. Invest in that. Contact Parking Pen right now and never wait for parking again. Thank you.
All right. Awesome job, guys. We'll turn over to the judges for some questions.
Thank you, gentlemen, for the presentation. Question about the subscription model, that 8,000 users for a university and that $12, I believe, a month price point or per user, does that price point kick in at the 8,000, once you scale to 8 users? In other words, if you have fewer than 8,000 users, what does that look like in terms of price point? And in other words, or does the university kind of buy the technology at ground zero, or kind of help me understand that?
Yeah. So with the subscription model, I guess, Robert, if you go back to that slide. So the usage-based component doesn't kick in until they break that 8,000 user threshold. One thing we've learned just about like universities is increase in demand, especially with A&T. I think, over the past 5 years, they've had over 2,000 students come in. And so we want to scale with that, not only accounting for how much it costs us to run the software, but also taking in mind, like the extra revenue that they'd be getting from, selling permits and things like that.
Okay. And why not any university with urban density, where they typically have a lot of, think of cities like DC, New York, those kind of cities where they really have problems parking at, what are your some thoughts on that as well?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I can tackle that too. Just as far as like phase 1 of growth, we want to start where the pain point happened on our campus, right? We're alma maters and went to North Carolina A&T, so we want to tackle the underrepresented market of HBCUs before later expanding into those densely populated areas that you mentioned. We want to also expand our growth past universities and eventually expand into municipalities, airports, stadiums, hospitals, arenas. But we wanted to start where the pain occurred in our lives, starting with HBCUs, because through the pain points and conversations that we had with universities, specifically at HBCUs, they don't have a lot of funding as auxiliary departments. So we want to provide that low cost solution rather than offering the hardware components by providing a richer data stream, centralized communications. And because we're virtual, we can get started tomorrow. So that's where we want to start and focus right now.
Thank you.
No problem.
I want to jump. This is a great presentation. I love that. One of my questions that came from this is that I understand about parking, but is there a time frame allocated to the parking, and how do you know once they've left, and how to, maybe I missed that, how do you know like what's available and the understanding of like this is open here, and then do you give them a time frame for that?
Robert, if you wanted to go back to the product slide, that shows the real-time occupancy. I kind of talk through that really quick. We're using for detecting mobile device locations. So a user would download the Parking Pin mobile app. We have a partnership with the university, so we're making sure that app downloads are mandatory as a part of getting parking access at the university. And from there, we're able to anonymously track the location of users as they travel through parking lots. As you can see here on the screen, there are some polygons, rectangles and shapes that represent parking. And so when a user crosses that boundary that we've actually drawn for the university, we're able to track a plethora of metrics like dwell time, like how long they've stayed there, when they visit, and of course like occupancy, and then also user demographics as well. So not only when they parked and how long they parked, but who is also parking. And so, yeah, that's how we're essentially tracking it. I feel like there was a second part to your question as well. I can't remember what it is though. Do you?
I think you tapped into it. I just wanted to make sure I understood exactly how we know, and just and it's more about the time frame. That was more of my question. But
Gotcha.
So you're able to be able to see that. So thank you so much. I just wanted to get a little bit more detail into it. But thank you guys so much. This is a really great. I really love this. This is a really great. I think fix for parking issues, especially homecoming. I think homecoming, we all know, is the worst time of the year, no matter what HBCU. So, okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna, not sure, Nikki, did you have a question?
But no, I didn't have any questions.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm choking in the moment. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. All right. Thank you guys. Awesome presentation, like they said. And I know I've definitely been there, waking up at night after going to sleep in my dorm and my car being towed. So this would have been nice back in my days at Clark Atlanta University, but now we have it. So I want to thank you for your presentation, and we will get ready for our next person to queue up while our judges are finalizing their votes. So we have two more amazing companies left, and everybody's been doing so good. I could shed a tear. But I want to bring up Jocelyn Ross with Maximize Money. And Jocelyn, you can just start sharing your screen, and I'll let you know when you can actually get started while the judges are finalizing their votes.
Okay.
And now let's test the transition so I don't interrupt you.
Okay.
All right, we good. We good.
Right. We'll always have technical difficulties. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, wait a couple more seconds. We're waiting on some final. All right, we're good to go.
Okay. Having a man is not a financial plan. Just a few generations ago, women in America couldn't open bank accounts, own property, or even work outside of their homes. And while we have gained some freedom, some women still feel insecure financially. My name is Jocelyn Ross. I'm a certified financial educator and founder of Maximize Money, a financial education platform and online community that teaches women how to create their dream lives with their 9-to-5 incomes. But this wasn't always my story. Statistics show that 72% of millennial women are living paycheck to paycheck, and I was a part of that number for a long time. It was a combination of experiences, such as losing my job unexpectedly, quitting a toxic job with no real income plan, and struggling to purchase my first home, that taught me the importance of financial independence. Statistics also show that women earn 84 cents for every dollar that white men earn. And I envision a world where we don't have to rely on an employer or a man ever again. Through this work, I've learned that women want more than just advice. They desire hands-on support and practical guidance. From our 2023 launch to now, we have sold over 50 money masterclasses that have helped women to pay off debt, purchase their first homes, and start investing confidently. And through this work and getting feedback from these women, I've learned that they want a like-minded community where they can continue to learn and grow together. And out of that, Money Grow Collective, a monthly subscription-style coaching community, was birthed. As of 2025, we are serving a quarter of those women, and we seek to continue to expand our impact to ultimately reach 1 million women who desire similar outcomes. Our business model is hybrid. We focus primarily on the community just mentioned, as well as digital products to serve the women that are seeking a DIY approach. And on the B2B side, we focus on providing financial literacy workshops to the industries listed here, schools and universities, real estate firms, corporations, and government agencies, as we are MBE certified. The online community market will reach $1.3 trillion in the next 3 years, but with our focus being on personal finance communities and our target audience being primarily in the Houston metro market, we believe this is an opportunity to generate $40 million in revenue with your support. With a $30,000 investment, we will continue to scale the community and scale the experience for our women. But with $10,000, we will focus on improving the user experience and investing in a better platform. Oh, sorry. Okay. If you'd like to join the Maximize Money gang, if you want to learn more, partner with us, or if you'd like to spread the word, scan this QR code. Thank you so much, and my name is Jocelyn Ross.
All right, thank you, Jocelyn. Excellent job. We'll turn it over to our judges for some questions.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had my little video thing covered, so I caught that at the last minute.
Totally fine. Let's see. Do any of our judges?
Yeah, I was just wondering, as far as for your presentation, which was great, who do you see as your competitors in this market? Do you see any, or what, as far as, are you only hyper specific to women, people of color, all of that?
Yes, great question, and thank you. I do see women as the primary focus because of a lot of the statistics and research that I've done. I feel like there's just a big gap in knowledge and unique knowledge in a way that women receive it. I feel like when I do my research, I see a lot of other great competitors, but they are often forcing you to just do instead of really understanding the backstory of like why you should make the certain decisions. And I feel like that was missing in my experience, and that's what ultimately birthed Maximize Money. But as far as competitors, yes, there are a lot of great women that I look to that are doing similar work. Would you like me to name them? Is that what you're asking for, or just general? Okay. But yes, there are many others, and I think
this means you're still against those competitors,
Yes. Okay, great question. Yes, for me, I think it's threefold. Number one, a lot of financial sort of gurus like to teach from a level of restriction where it's like, okay, if you want to do this, you can't spend this, you can't go out to, you can't do that. And I feel like I position myself in a way where it's like, actually, you can create your dream life, and you don't have to have a bunch of businesses to do it. You don't have to have a bunch of jobs. You don't have to cut back on all the things that you love. You just have to learn how to repurpose your money and spend according to your values. So that's one core area that I lean into. The other one is around approaching the holistic woman. So if I think of someone that's exactly like me, the way that we approach finances is going to look different from someone who's a married mom of two. But the common theme across the board is that women just really don't have a lot of time, and they don't want anything super complex. And so what I do is really try to lean into their holistic lifestyles. I really dive into like, what does your day-to-day look like? What's your learning style? Like, what will make the most sense for you from a absorbing perspective? And I feel like that's been my constant feedback. It's like, is this working? If not, tell me how to make it better. Like, and if I hear the common themes over and over, then I adjust it. And so holistically, like, it's not just about finance when it comes to my brand. Yes, that's everything leads to that. But really, it's your lifestyle that's going to change. It's your decisions that are going to get better, and that's going to impact every other area of your life.
Thank you, Jocelyn, for your presentation. I was very clear about your B2C approach. You use community, the holistic approach, all of that. How does that? Just give me an example in the B2B environment, because start getting into that space, businesses care about returns, and you have to look at those things. So how do you maintain that integrity, focusing on the B2B market?
Absolutely, and great question. I focus on a unique outcome that these businesses need. So an example would be a recent real estate event that I was asked to speak at, and that was for first-time home buyers. And so I could come in there and talk about all of the other things you should be doing with their money, but their main goal with attending that workshop was to learn how to get their money right and get essentially prepared financially for home ownership. And so what I do is I tailor my presentations to that ultimate outcome that we've identified, as, I don't want to say co-creators, but they come to me with a need, and I essentially need to maintain my integrity. I can't teach on something like trading at a home buying event, so it's focusing on saving. It's focusing on, understanding your budget. It's focusing on those sort of nitty gritty intricacies that a first time home buyer may be most interested in versus someone who is not interested in that. So it's really just about tailoring it to their outcome, but also making sure that I have the knowledge and the expertise to speak to it. If I do not have that, then I won't move forward with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks, Jocelyn. I think it's a really great presentation because statistics show us that over 50% of American adults don't have enough money for $1,000 emergency. And so I think this is spot on. I appreciate your presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
All right, awesome job, Jocelyn. We will give the judges a minute or two to finalize their voting, and we will get ready for our final amazing small business owner, who is, why my mind just is like, Troy Coleman with Purposeful Play, and we'll let her queue up so that she's ready to go. And while we're doing that, I forgot to mention, for those who are listening over YouTube, it's been active. So I appreciate everyone for showing up for our business owners. If you are interested in this program, it will be ran again in the fall. And what's special about this program is it's exclusive for HBCU alumni, students, and the communities that those HBCUs serve in 6 states. So we support Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, and I'm missing a state. I'll come back to you with it. What state am I missing? Texas, Mississippi. Is it? I'll come back to you with it. But those states in the Southwest region, my mind is blanking right now. I apologize for that. But if you are an HBCU current student, we had 2 students who participated in this program who unfortunately could not present tonight. But if you're a current student, if you are an alumni, or you are in that broader community, feel free to apply for this opportunity. And let's see, waiting on one more to come back in. And also, I'll just make a note. I'll mark it for our amazing business owners as well. If you guys want to support them, please follow them on socials. That's the least that you can do, is follow them on Instagram and LinkedIn or Facebook. Look up their names or their businesses, and that would be some support there. All right, I'll turn it over to Miss Troy Coleman with Purposeful Play.
Zane is why we're here. When we first met, I put a set of letters in front of him, and he started counting. Letters meant nothing to him, but by the time we finished working together, he was reading, writing sentences, and walking with confidence. Hi, I'm Miss Troy Coleman. I spent almost a decade in the traditional classroom helping over 90% of my students meet or exceed their academic goals because I redesigned the way students experience literacy. Now, through Purposeful Play Learning Academy, I bring that same approach through play-based social emotional learning that's rooted in the science of reading. The literacy crisis isn't new, but it is getting worse. 67% of 4th graders are reading below proficiency, and over 43 million students enter adulthood without basic literacy skills. Schools are losing instructional time due to literacy gaps, driving behavior issues, pushing more students toward the prison pipeline. This isn't happening because kids can't learn. It's happening because we haven't changed the way we teach them. At Purposeful Play, we make literacy instruction effective, engaging, and accessible for both students and teachers. We always begin with our literacy assessments, so every child's instruction begins exactly where they need it to. From there, students receive customized intervention in small groups of no more than 10, so learning remains fun, personalized, and impactful. The global education industry is a $6 trillion market. Parents and schools are actively seeking proven literacy solutions. The tutoring and intervention services in the US alone generate over $30 billion. Is growing. We are positioned to be the go-to structured literacy intervention program for struggling elementary readers, especially those on the path to prison pipeline. This isn't a theory. We've already been awarded 2 bids, partnered with the Buffalo Soldiers Museum, and facilitated a sold-out STEM event with our founding partner, ICU HBCU, and we were accepted in the Baylor Founders Network, along with the Cohort Catalyst program, to scale our services and expand our impact. Our vision is to reach 1 billion readers through train the trainer programs for parents and teachers, digital literacy tools and online curriculum, and expand into the fast-growing homeschool market. Your investment allows us to provide scholarships for students, also host summer camps, and ultimately serve over 200 students this year alone. The literacy crisis is preventable, but we must act now. Join our movement. Bring purposeful play to your school, district, or community organization. Scan our QR code. Let's work together to bring purposeful play to more students. Because every child deserves a chance to play, learn, grow.
Awesome job. Thank you so much, Troy. We'll turn it over to our judges for some questions.
Troy, I really appreciate this. As a former teacher, is there a specific age that you target for kiddos related to literacy that could circumvent them from being a part of the school to prison pipeline? Is there an age or reading level that is paramount to not getting on that pathway?
Absolutely. It starts at the foundation. So preschool, kindergarten, first, second. If we can make sure that the gaps are closed before they get to third grade, or prevent those gaps before they even start to struggle through a proven evidence-based curriculum that is focused on the science of reading, those students will go to third grade and they will transition into the reading to learn phase, as opposed to being stuck in the learning to read phase.
Okay. Your curriculum, how does your curriculum help to, lessen those gaps if we're looking from kindergarten to second grade? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a product or a component of products that you would provide as like something you can say, hey, this is really great? I'm trying to get to like that secret sauce that you have that sets you apart in this field. There's lots of reading components and child-focused play. But what sets Troy in this apart? Because this is like near and dear to my heart. So I'm really intrigued.
Absolutely. So I like to say that I have the cheat code and the magic wand. So if you are familiar with the science of teaching reading, it is the top tier way. It truly, in my opinion, is the only way to teach reading. And we focus on the phonemes, which are the individual sounds, as opposed to what a lot of curriculums do. They allow teachers to teach picture clues or guessing, as opposed to really truly understanding how the phonemes work. So the phonemes are the cheat code, and play-based learning is my magic wand. And with those two things together, I have truly not had one student not meet their academic goals or come very close, but can at least start reading under my watch. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Troy. And 90% success rate. Thank you. You're doing God's work for sure. We got a lot. We got a huge literacy. I see it. So the question is around, oftentimes the least resourced schools are the most challenging. So I know you talked about scholarships, and they also have the least amount of funding oftentimes. So kind of speak to your thoughts on how to fund that, how to address that problem and those obstacles, reaching the students where there's under-resourced.
Well, I did go through the school district, actually 2 of them, as an educational service consultant. I want to be with Humboldt ISD to carry out those services. And then with Spring ISD, for tutorial services. So my, I guess, approach to meet the students where they are inside the school district would be leveraging the contracts that I will be able to secure with these schools, so I can work directly with the students inside of the school system. But then also, I have a huge target on the homeschool population, so that will take care of the outside of the school demographics.
All right, I think I'm the last one. Troy, I'm already familiar and glad to be able to be here. And I love this presentation. I haven't seen it in this way. And I know you're working on homeschool and you're also working with school districts. So is that going to be your main component to be able to, get that funding for yourself? Is just more so on that level, is just to target those school districts and more so those disproportionate, underserved school districts. Is that going to be your primary focus?
Yes, absolutely. I truly have no, I guess, disregard for any demographic in particular. My goal is to help any child who's struggling to read. But if I'm very honest and transparent, obviously I do want to make sure students who would not naturally be able to obtain services that I have be able to get those services, because if those students are left out, they fall into the direct pipeline to prison. So definitely the contracts with the school districts would help, position me to, I guess, expand my grasp. And then that would continue to build my credibility. And then I can start chipping away at that homeschool market.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Wait. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much, Troy. Again, awesome presentation. Everybody's presentation really was, you guys did such a good job. A couple of things while we wait for our final scores to come through and for the announcement of the winners. I want to I'm going to restate again, this program is available through TSU, which serves as the Southwest Regional Headquarters of the National Entrepreneurship Center, through Howard University and PNC Bank. And again, we service HBCUs across 6 states. So that 6th state was Missouri. Okay, so we got Oklahoma, Mississippi, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. So if you are in any of those states, you are an alumni, a current student, or in the broader community within the HBCU, please check us out. There is a newsletter that goes out. I think it goes out weekly. So I'll get that information and I'll post it in in our chat, where it will live forever on YouTube. So you'll be able to access that. There are a couple of events coming up. So there is an event tomorrow, actually, that will be led by Kim Roxy of Lamech. Is it Lamech? Lamech Beauty Products. Okay. And she's going to be talking about like how you can obtain some funding. So there's a speaker series. It is free. And it is tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 1:30. It is hybrid. So I will make sure that Zoom link is available. And this is not the only cohort like this. Okay. We also have several other things that are going on. There's things specifically for students. There's things specifically for the community. We just closed out a business plan competition where it was a hyper intensive 3-week business plan. And then you could also present that plan for some funding. There is student ambassador program. So there's a lot of things that this entrepreneurship program is doing for our community to help support our to support us and those who look like us. And we want to make sure that if you have something and you are looking to validate it, whether it's at the ideation stage or it is actually out there live and ready to go, that you have the resources to do it, because you don't have to do it alone. And community is who you need to lean on and leverage the expertise of others. So please take up these opportunities. This next program will happen in the fall, and we will be sending out that information once we are ready to launch it. But in the meantime, I also want to just take a second and thank our mentors. So another special thing about this program, so if you've ever done an incubator or an accelerator before, mentors are available. But our mentors were paired with each of our companies, and they actually stayed with them every week of the program. So they got workshops once a week, and they also were able to meet with their mentor on a continuous basis, who was paired with them based on experience, expertise, and whatever it was that can push them closer to their goals. So I want to thank Muriel Foster, David Thompson, Tierra Abu, David Tyson, Veronica Berry, and Ja Allen, who served as our mentors this cohort. They did such an amazing job, and I'm so grateful that they were available for our entrepreneurs this go round. And again, I want to thank our judges and thank Robert Dunlap, who is the director. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and we will finalize our last points, and then we will find out who won. Okay. And while I do that too, I also want to just shout out again our fan section over at YouTube, because Simply Shady has been going off. So it's Purposeful Play. We got some testimonials over here, some product testimonials. So y'all make sure that you check out our folks in this cohort, because they are doing some amazing things. And I mean, the comment section speaks for itself.
Hey, Brianna, did you want me to share any updates in addition to what you? Okay, let me go ahead and turn on this camera. I'll be brief. I don't know why my camera is off, but again, being the regional director, I'm truly proud of what Brianna has brought to the table here. Each of you were outstanding. Thank you all for participating in this opportunity. I do want to let you know that, yes, tomorrow Kim Roxy is presenting. The following event will be on the 27th at 5 p.m. The link that you can join to the newsletter that will produce updates twice a week is in the chat. You will have a session on the 27th, then we'll have another one on April 10th, and then we go back and forth between noon and 5 o'clock. Also, which might be a great idea for all of you to join the Federal Code, which is a program that teaches individuals how to apply for federal contracts, not federal grants, which obviously there's some challenges there. They will be here on campus on March the 25th. But again, that session will be available by hybrid. So make sure that you register for that. And then my last comment is that we will be visiting 3 universities in the month of April. We have Lincoln University, which is outside of St. Louis, on the 1st. And then we'll travel crosstown to Harris-Stowe State University on the 2nd and the 3rd. And then we'll wrap up the road trip on Langston University on the 17th and 18th of April. And we'll continue this visiting of universities in those 6 states until they get tired of us, or we just can't do anymore because we're tired. But looking forward to it and meeting as many people as possible. Spread the word, but we will certainly continue to expand our brand. And it's because of you all that make this program worth every single dime that the PNC Foundation is providing to us. And I'm going to stop there, Brianna.
All right. Thank you. If you could repost the link in the chat, I don't see it And then I will post these links over to YouTube so that they'll have access to what you guys are posting in the
I'll
chat.
put that in there. Sure.
And all of our scores are in. So
There it is.
drum roll. For third place, we have make sure. Okay. For third place, we have Robert and Troy with Park and Pen. Yay! Congratulations, guys. And second place, we have Miss Troy Coleman with Purposeful Play Learning Academy. Woo! I'm so excited. And then our final place and top prize winner. Ooh, the anticipation. I know who it is, but it is Miss Simone Steele with Simply Shady. Woo, all you guys did such an amazing job. Again, the special thing about this cohort, everybody's a winner because everyone has access to some type of institutional funding, or excuse me, some infusion of capital through the program. And then we, of course, have our top prize winners. So congratulations to everyone for competing, for sticking it out, for doing the hard work, because I was tough on them. I'm a former educator as well. So every week they had homework and I was checking homework. Okay. So I'm so grateful. And with that, I am going to end our live stream. I'm going to ask that we stay on for a moment here, but thank you everyone who was a part of it. And before I end, let me make sure I share these links. Okay, hold on. We got a lot of activity. Okay. So I will post the links. I'm having some technical difficulties, but you can come back to the live stream and actually see the links in the chat. And I will also be posted on my social media so that you could have access to them as well. So thank you all for attending.